Hello and welcome back to day 7. We are going to assault a German position, and for this matchup I thought I would go with more tanks, less artillery and less field guns. So we've got a new tank, the KV-1 1940. In the previous round we used 1939. The difference between the two is that the KV-40 is a little bit slower, marginally slower. It's got more armor because it's heavier, and it's got a bigger gun, F32 as opposed to the L11. The difference in game seems to be that the armor pen drops more dramatically after 150 meters, whereas the KV-1 1939 has a consistent armor pen of 62 all the way up to 200 meters. Now, the next map is Steelworks. So it's quite a fortified urban area. So 200 meters, it's not if this were open fields, I'd probably stick with the KV-1. But it won't be really noticeable unless we're going up against another Stug or some heavy armored vehicles. I'll be doing a lot of driving in this one. So I'll be taking command of the 1940 in this one. So let's just have a look at the lineup. We have a medic. There are mines in this map, so just have to be a bit careful when salvaging, but we'll deal with that later. Taking the T60 trusty to tow things and just get around the battlefield pretty quickly. It's impervious to anti-personnel mounds, so that's partly why I haven't brought any wheeled vehicles. Just cautious that they may get taken out. So, and we have only one rifle squad in this one. Typically I bring 2 rifle squads to push up slowly, but given I'm mostly going with armor, we don't really need them as much. A lot of the armor serves 2 functions, anti-infantry and anti-tank. So we've got the 1940, we've got the 1939, and then we've got the trusty T35. This will sit behind everything and move up slowly, given that it's quite vulnerable to certain things. And if it gets taken out, we lose 9 men, 10 men, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 10 guys to run this moving fortress. So it's an all-rounder. So once the armor is cleared, I'll move this in generally just to clean up, given it's got so much coverage for anti-personnel. So it's really just a very fancy, very expensive anti-infantry tank. Could probably get 2 T60s to do the same thing. Nevertheless, I thought it would be a bit fun. And I sold a lot of the equipment to afford the extra KV. Let's have a look here. Got our supply wagon, and we've got the artillery just to support any long-range vehicles that the Germans field. The Germans are fielding rockets these days, so it may get a bit interesting. Nevertheless, let's get going. All right. Okay. Got the armor in place. Just move the supply wagons. And we've got 1 tank too. So just as a backup and to repair vehicles afterwards. I'm careful not to move this big boy with such delicate, dainty little trucks floating around, because these tanks have a tendency to drive over things, including their own units, and I have seen it that a tank completely decimates a supply truck, so I tend to move them quite cautiously. What have we got here? The T39 and the 1939 and the 1940. So I'm going to quickly shortcut that. 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So I'm going to take command of the 1941. Let's just have a look at the map. I'm going to move my guys into position. Infantry do in fact throw grenades at tanks. I have seen it, and they do a good job of taking out. So you might see the AR behaving a little bit derpy. The AR can be a bit stupid. I'm talking about the enemy AR. When they stand around a tank, they just kind of stare at it. So, and those that do carry grenades will use them, as I've seen past. So I just want to have a look. We got very fortified. I can hear them moving artillery, field guns. They've got a Stug. Oh, that's a medium tank and 2 of the large tanks. These are pretty straightforward to take out. These can be a bit beefier, a bit more difficult. More machine guns, and that looks potent. What do we got here? Heavy infantry gun. Okay, that should be fine. I don't have any brick walls or debris to hide behind, so I just need to be a bit careful. I'm going to hide these behind the hill, so that they're not so exposed. And I can't really hide these guys anywhere. A bit far back, I suppose. So the 1941 moves at 32 kilometers an hour, and can you guess what the 1939 moves at? It's 33 kilometers an hour, so it's not a major difference. Let's see if we are protected. Yeah, that's nice. Poking the turret out from line of sight. We can move back a bit. This can move up a bit. As you saw in the previous video, these can take hit after hit from most early war field guns, so it takes a lot to crack one of these. And if you are always facing the enemy, you can keep going. There's not much that can take that. The moment you turn, however, and expose your treads, you will be disabled. But again, being disabled as a tank, not as a person, it's totally fine. As long as you can clean things up quickly and repair. Which is why these tanks both come with a machine gun and a very large... What have we got here? 76mm cannon. Okay. So that's good. I'm going to go for the south position. Just want to see if my reinforcements are here. Let me deploy those quickly. Complementary medics. I'm going to move the artillery up here. I won't really use artillery except for mortars, although mortars can't do anything really to these tanks. It's more for the artillery and the rocket trucks. So the Germans have got their hands on rocket trucks and self-propelled howitzers, so self-propelled anti-tank guns, and quite big ones at that. You've got a range of 200 meters. But they're often thinly armored, so a single shot from an artillery round tends to shred the crew members. Just go hard this guy here. And that is group 9. Rotate them. We've got trees here. This could be a problem. So I'm just going to drive this manually and get these guys away from the trees. It's not going to help too much, but I suppose it's good enough. We ultimately want to aim over there. Let's command them to move that way. That's where most of the action's going to kick off from. Right. Here comes a brave soldier. Oh, this has got 3 machine guns on it. Infantry can hide quite easily in this map, given the trees and the built-up nature of the area. The area is in the bush. Turn here. What have we got? Large group of infantry. I'm going to swap out to HE shells. Oh cool, I got 2 machine guns. Definitely handy. Just reload. 3, take number 2. Ah, there it is. Heavy gunner. Okay. Face the tank towards the armor and move the rest up. Cover here. And here. Here comes a group here. Let's drop some more artillery down. Dangerously close. Are they going for my supply trucks? They're not going to last long. The T60 is sitting here. Going? Oh, they're going straight for my... That's fine. Yeah. Let's see of them. It's the AR for you. The AR doesn't really need to be, I suppose, that good. There we go. We've got somebody shooting at us. I'll get back to you. There we go. Okay. Let's take control of this. There we go. Oh, I got hit in the tread. This is not a very powerful tank, so let's... What's that? Right over. There we go. Let's take out the repair crew. And another tank coming in. Oh, that's a 2 centimeter. I think it's a autocannon. There's a tank that's still here. Oh, this should be out and about. Covering my flank. That is covered in guns, basically, and so for infantry work, it does a better job than the Sorry, the KV-1s. Okay, we're gonna stop. Oh, hold on. See, they're not shooting at me, and I want to repair my tank's tread, but the moment my crew get out, they will start opening fire. Kind of strange thing. What I'm going to do is expose the left of the tank away from the enemy. Tell my guys to repair quick. And then I'll just cover them with artillery. Okay, they didn't bring any rocket trucks or howitzers or, sorry, mobile howitzers. So this will be actually quite easy. I probably won't need to use artillery. Oh, okay, they're going to start sending in things. So how this game works, if memory serves me correctly, is when you take out their units, it opens up space in the unit cap, and they can inject more units into the map. So the more I kill, Are we all on board? Yeah. The more I kill, the more units will come. Okay, I'm gonna move this KV here. I'm gonna keep the T35 to the right flank, given the bulk of the armaments are in the dense area, and I want the KV-1s to handle all the heavy hitters, as the T36 runs a risk of getting hit. And because there's 9 guys inside, it's quite a small tragedy if the tank gets hit, because quite a number of deaths occur. Oh, okay, I'm getting hit from there. Like, what's going on there? Okay, another tank. Face it. Okay, I got the crew, and then I think we've got a Stug coming up here. Such a load. Bounced off. Yeah, they're repairing. Oh, we've got a light tank just on the other side of this wall. There's a Stug hiding around. I'm not too sure it is. Stigs run out of ammo. They've actually only got 16 shells in them. So they're quite beefy, but that's all they've got. They've only... I was going to bring the Stugs on, but I noticed they don't have any anti-infantry. And they don't have a lot of ammo. So if you take a Stug out and drive it around, you can't deal with this situation really good. Oh, there it is, right here. Sure. They're gonna pop off. Oh, I hit the truck behind it. Try to take the crew out. Nice. Up. Where's the T? Yeah, I can tear this up. And just. Okay. All we've got left is infantry. And a couple of field guns. So I think these are all machine guns. There is an anti-infantry gun. But against the KV-1... What is this? Yeah, that can do damage. What have we got here? Flak cannon. That's quite a big one. Let me try to deal with that. They took... Wow. Okay, I need to deploy right now. What is that? That's a flak gun? That's a nuclear bomb. That will... I think that'll completely devastate my KV-1. Oh, it's already hit. Oh... Drop. Turn. Glad it stopped firing. It's probably moving. Sure. I actually like that gun, whatever it is. I've never seen that before. I'm just going to pound the ground with it. It's going to keep shooting. Can it still move? No, that cannot move. It is over here, so I'm going to move the T35 up. Bit of a risky move. It's going to cover the flank. Oh, we sorted it out. Okay, we definitely sorted it out. Oh wow, that's a pity. I'm sure I've got my own. I'll have to look at what the 8.5 flak does. Can we repair this? Just going to bring in the T60 to cover. Oh, this cannot turn. Okay. As soon as you get out of a tank, all the infantry that are hiding will suddenly start attacking. And there's a lot going on here. Thin things out of it. There is a stove there. No, that's just a medium tank. Yeah, here they come. I need to change this to AP. The other nice thing about line of sight is you can see what so like my companion tanks and AR, they cannot. Yeah, that's the field gun right there. Second, I'll finish that up. Oh, he's arcing over. I'm not going to be able to hit him. I need to move. This could get a bit intense. I could get treaded here. Yeah, they're going to throw a grenade on me. Ah, flamethrower. Not good. Flamethrowers are very dangerous. They can hit your engine. Not going to be able to hit me from there, so everything's... Ooh, where's the T35? This... I need to get behind this building. Yeah, that field gun is still aimed at me. You can see it on the map. Anti-tank guns are shooting at me. Probably the worst place I could be. What would make everything go away? There we go. Problem solved. Okay. To be fair, I'd line of sight on him, so I wasn't cheesing out of view. I mean, I kind of knew where the gun was, so plausibly I would send a message back on the radio to put in coordinates, and please send artillery fire on the anti-infantry gun at XYZ. What is this? Anti-tank gun? Oh, it's a heavy machine gun. Okay, let's bring in the T35. I think all they've got is machine guns. Yeah, machine gun there. Machine gun there. Yeah, I can send in the T36 just fine. Alright. No problem with that. T35 just handling fine. If there were field guns here, I'd obviously pull it out. I wouldn't bring it near here. But, capture the point. I'm going to rotate it. I'm dropping smoke. Let's move that other T35. So KV-1 up. Oh, he's going to throw a grenade. Yeah. Could drive over him actually. Yeah, there we go. I just drove over him. Okay. Too close range. So the AI is a bit derpy, as you can see. It just stares at the tank. But to be fair, tank fright is a real thing in war. So maybe that's what's going on. So in a way, the developers accurately depicted how soldiers would react in the sight of the 60 or 70 ton monstrosity. Sorry, I couldn't wait. Let's get this sorted out quickly. I just want to finish this mission. Okay. Are we in the point? Yes, we are. Yeah. I think the point is captured. Yeah, yes, yes it is. Okay. Alright, let's get the artillery a little bit closer quickly. Oh, this guy's found a new piece of armor. We have the tractor of death. Oh dear. I wonder what he's thinking. Alright. See what's left. Last point. Oh, I've got to trade. Hold on. Oh, there they all are. Let me drop some shells. This gun on the 1940 seems to skip. It goes up and then down, unlike the 1939. I think that's the difference between the L11 and the F32. It feels like this jumps, whereas the L11 went straight. I'm going to leave the T35 at the capture point in case they try to recapture it. So that would be a bit of a mission. test the gun theory. Does this go up or does it go down? Okay, this also hops. Change to HE. Carry on driving the other one. Oh, we've got a flamer. Flamethrower. I don't think I finished my sentence earlier, but a flamethrower is very dangerous for tanks, or a Molotov cocktail even. If that gets on the engine, it will shut your tank down and potentially blow it up. So probably the weak point of the tank for infantry. And the AI is a bit derpy, as you can see. I think I've said that for the third time already. I must check if there's a mod that actually fixes it, so that they're a little bit more dynamic. I know there's a mod that allows them to pick up grenades and pick up ammo when they run out. Just make them a bit more mobile. Oh, there comes a grenade. I'll park in there. This is how tank combat really went down. What are you doing? He doesn't know. So smoke grenades do a wonderful job if you're infantry. It obviously blocks line of sight. It means tanks, artillery can't really get past a smoke screen. If you are infantry and you're trying to take out a tank, you will want to drop a smoke grenade and then creep up on the tank to drop a grenade or drop a Molotov, something like that. I think this point is now captured. Oh, they are camping out here. Okay, can artillery reach here? Let's see. I do wish there was a little distance on the reticle. Even when the target is not viable. Yeah, I think they're out of reach. Yep. That's fine. I'll send in the T60. T60 is actually quite fun. So it picks up speed and it's quite fast. I'll show you in a second. So it builds up momentum. I suppose all the vehicles build up momentum, but this especially so. Quite cool. And the mission is complete. Okay. That was interesting. So, what? Mainly 2 tanks did all the work, paired with artillery. And yeah, it's tank warfare. It's been a first. And there were no real challenging tanks. So if you go up against a Stug, or although tigers don't appear just yet, it can be that you trade blows, because you're both equally and highly armored. And assuming all armors are equal, the armor with the bigger gun tends to win, and that didn't quite play out. But yeah, that's what tank combat looks like in urban warfare. I'm going to disappear and quickly collect what's left and repair everything, although there's not much on this map, and I will be back shortly. Hello, I'm back again. I've salvaged everything on the battlefield. We didn't get much. We got a a light tank, Panzer. I suppose everything's Panzer. And we got a medium tank. This was probably the most dangerous thing on the battlefield, but it wasn't. Even if though it was the most dangerous thing, I mean, we took it out pretty quickly. So it was 10 to 30 mils of armor. I would say the howitzer that we decimated over here was probably the most threatening thing. It's unfortunate that I nuked it. I think by the time I realized I took out the crew, the second round had already gone off and it got decimated. So, but I'll go check it out. I remember it was 8.5 flak gun the Germans had, so I'll go see what that's all about. We'll do a German campaign at some point after this one. I think we're nearly done with this one, so I think it's about 2 more missions and this USSR Conquest will be over. And then we can move on to a different set of a different faction. I might push through and round robin, because I think you can round robin Conquest. In other words, you finish it, but then you do another of the same standard. However, I do want to turn off Fog of War, and it's something I cannot change mid-Conquest, unfortunately. And there are more units to research, so there's still I think it's the SU line, or the SU series of tanks, and I think it's called the T35. There's also, the T35, so that I didn't get to try out. But there's so many different units in this game, and there's so many different infantry. There's plenty of time, so there's plenty of time to try it all. So yeah, I'll get around to it, and let's finish the mission. I found a sniper rifle as well. That was pretty cool. So I haven't unlocked the sniper unit yet. Those are quite fun, especially if you playing first person. Sniping is quite a fun mechanic in this game. We didn't lose any infantry, but we didn't bring on much to begin with. We didn't lose any vehicles, but again, we were driving this mostly as a tank mission, and the enemy lost a lot of everything. They didn't bring much. I was quite surprised. I think they put all their points in. Actually, I don't know what they put all their points in, to be honest. I think because I tried this little Conquest before, and they bought a few heftier things. They didn't this time, so not sure what happened there. Let's have a look at the performance of the individual units, their efficiencies. That should load up on the next screen. The artillery did very well per usual. Okay, T35 did quite well this time. Again, it's quite a good anti-infantry, so I think this is going to become a common theme. Any heavy tank like this does quite well. MG assist. I wonder what this is. Oh, do you know what? I think this was one of the infantry at the spawn spot that there was that wave that came through and I missed them. I think one of the infantry took a couple of guys out, took 2 guys out, and performed above its expected value. They got the KV-1 1939, the older one, did very well. That's quite strange, actually. It got fewer infantry kills, and it got the same amount of vehicle kills as the 1940, yet the 1940s got over double the amount of infantry kills and the same vehicle kills, and it took on the most danger. Strange. I wonder why it's considered 41% more effective than the 1940. I'll have to go have a look at what that's all about. And then the rifleman. I think that was from that wave that snuck past. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll catch you for mission 8. Cheers.